Hey VC, this is Matt. Just hanging out tonight. I had have a couple of days off work, so just hanging around the house, and daytime TV totally sucks. So I played a lot of records today. This being one of them. This is bought this back when this came out in '84, '85. I think late '84. This came out. One of my favorites, the '80s. Uh, good good stuff. But anyway, what I wanted to do tonight, because I've seen a lot of video responses to JohnK Techhead, I believe his name is, asking for your money saving tips when you're buying records, or how you go about purchasing your records. I don't know who John K is. I'm gonna have to look him up to see his videos. I haven't subscribed or looked at his channel yet, but I just saw a bunch of people respond to that, so I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in on that topic, such as it is. Nothing really too major to add. Just certainly money, a lot more records out there than I have the money to buy, unfortunately, among other things. Um, so I try to budget what I can to spend for fun stuff like records versus, you know, gasoline and groceries and all that stuff that's no fun to spend money on. Um, but a couple of quick things I just thought might help out. I don't know. One thing is, well, we'll start off Record Store Day. When Record Store Day is coming around, and Black Friday's coming up here next month, uh, I don't know if you're one of those. It's too commercial. It's overpriced. It's a waste of time. That's fine, which I totally agree with you. But nonetheless, I get into it, and so the list comes out of the releases for that given record store day a month or so in advance. The list for Black Friday should be out pretty soon. So, if you're like me, you look at the list, and hundreds of titles or whatever, and you're going through, and you're like, I want this, this, and this definitely. Ooh, I need this. So then the day comes, and you go to your record store, and you got your four must-haves or really want to have, and so you get this, this, and this, but this one they don't have it. What are you going to do? You're like, oh, and your life depends on getting this record for a couple of days or whatever. So maybe you go and check some other record stores. You don't find it, then maybe you check eBay and you see it on there, but it's selling for $75, $100. Son of a bitch, I can't afford that. So you just give up on it, which is probably the best because you're not spending money. But what I've done on things like that is, you got to get patience, and you got to get it right now. Um, you just wait, because those things that I've found, if you check eBay, the most record store days I've been pretty fortunate, and I've gotten what I wanted, with one or two exceptions each time maybe. But if you just wait 3 months, 6 months, a year, those records, generally speaking, some of them retain their value and still sell for big money, but quite a few of them, after 6 months or so, people lose interest in those records that were selling for, $50 or whatever, the week after record store day. You look on there now, and they're selling for $10, $20, which is still probably overpriced, but it's better than 50 or 75 or 100 or whatever. So the price goes down, or they'll be on there make an offer, because the people that get all these records thinking they're going to turn around and sell them and make a lot of money get stuck with a lot of times they'll get stuck with a backlog of them, and they're happy to get rid of them. So if you just wait, uh, that record store day release that you couldn't find and you really wanted, and you didn't want to pay $100 on eBay, 6 months, a year later, you probably can pick it up for 10, $20. I have found. So there's that. And talking about how you buy your records, I do try to set aside a little bit of money here and there for things like bills. Not bills that I pay monthly, but upcoming things that like my car inspection, and stuff that's around every year. I save that up ahead of time, so I just have the money there. I don't save as much as I should, but I do try to save a little, and that includes things that I want, so that if I know something's coming out, like I thought the Beatles mono vinyl box set was coming out this Christmas. It guess it's not going to now. I'm thinking because they're doing the BBC Part 2 record, so I wouldn't think that they're going to do that and the mono thing. They'll probably do that next year now. But I put aside some money for that, knowing that I thought it was coming out, so I put aside some money, knowing that it's not coming out now. But hopefully that made sense. Anyway, when I know something is coming out like that, that's going to be kind of a big ticket item, and I know, several months in advance, I try to set aside $5-10 out of each paycheck so that when it comes and it's like $100 box set, I don't have to put it on a credit card or pull $100 out of my pocket, and I've got at least the majority of it, or if not all of it, paid for by that time just by putting aside a little bit. And the same with Record Store Day. I try to do that. I try to set aside probably like 150, $200 for those 2 times of the year, for the Black Friday and for the Record Store Day, and the regular one in March, April, whenever that is. So that's a little tip on Record Store Day. The other thing that I found that saves money is, in addition to records, I like to read. Love to read. Always have tons of books I buy. This isn't a book channel, but this is what I'm reading right now. Detroit City is the Place to Be. It's about Detroit. I'm obsessed with Detroit and Syria and New Orleans for some reason. So I read a lot about them, fiction, biography, a lot of stuff I read. But anyway, that's just the dust jacket. The book's actually sitting over there. I'm about midway through that right now. But the point of that is, if you go on, new book comes out, you want it at Barnes & Noble, it's going to cost you, what, $25-30 plus tax. If you go on Amazon, it's going to cost the $25 book at Barnes & Noble's, it's going to cost you like $18, because Amazon's a little cheaper. But what I do, and I'm guilty of, sometimes I just want it and I need it right now, or think I need it right now, so I'll go ahead and buy the new book or the new CD or album or whatever. I do that like anybody else, but I try to, and I'm pretty good at it overall. I try to restrain myself, and so if a new book comes out, or a new record, I put it on my wish list, my Amazon wish list, which is like 1,000,000 miles long, with just tons of stuff on there from years of putting stuff on the wish list. And so if you get a book, comes out brand new, say it's $18 on Amazon, it just came out this week or last week, you stick it on there, and then you come back in 6 months or a year, and if you look at the listings for anything on Amazon, but like books or records, they'll have the Amazon sells it, here's the price, but they'll also have new and used, because they have people on there that sell stuff through Amazon. It's kind of like eBay. I've sold stuff on eBay. It's been years since I've sold anything on eBay. Never sold anything on Amazon, so I'm not exactly sure how that works, but people do that, and it's kind of like eBay, I think. But anyway, they'll have used copies, and I have gotten a ton of books that way just by waiting 6 months or a year, because they come out in hardback a lot of times, and then 6 months or so later they come out in paperback, and the book company will sell off the hardbacks, kind of remainders. But if you just wait, especially if the book doesn't take off and is really popular, and a lot of things I read, that's the case. They're good books, they're just not the bestseller type stuff, even though sometimes I read things like that. But you wait 6 months to a year, and you'll see used copies of books on there for like a penny or $1, and you got to pay postage. With Amazon, if you spend $25, there's no postage, but since you're buying this through third party, you pay postage, which is $3.99. So you get a book that would have cost $18, and if it's a penny, you get it for $4, and then if it's $1.25, you get it for $5, or give or take. And so I do that a lot, and I've gotten tons of books that way, especially around birthday and Christmas. I've kind of got the people that buy me anything for birthday or Christmas, I've kind of got them after years of saying over and over where they go and get me an Amazon gift card. So I'll get those, and I'll get, I don't know, 25, 50, $75 worth of gift cards, and I'll get, you know, if you would have paid full price, I'll end up getting like $300 or $400 worth of books or CDs because I go that used route. So that's a good thing to do. And I've gotten, and you know, they say, I found that they say, you know, used, very good, like new, good, acceptable, as far as the rating of the merchandise, and I've found that to be the case, and I've never had any trouble with things showing up, and I've bought tons of stuff that way through Amazon. And I've bought vinyl albums and CDs that, because there's a set of CDs that's R&B songs of a year from 1945 up through 1970, sweet soul music, and forget what the earlier set is called, but I've shown that on a video, just to give an example. And the Kinks deluxe edition CDs that came out a few years ago that went from the first album up through Arthur, and those came from England. They weren't released in the United States on either of these sets. And so on Amazon, those CDs, they didn't come out on vinyl, were, I think, like $25 to $35. I got all of those used through Amazon for like $10, $12. And most of them that I bought were still sealed, brand new. So whoever got them never opened them and turned around and sold them. I don't know how that works, if they spent $35 for them and turned around and sold them for 10, or I'm not, doesn't make sense to me, but I don't really care if I get a discount on them. So that's, if you're looking. And I've bought vinyl records, quite a few through Amazon that way, that things that I try to do my local record stores as much as I can at Docks and Record Town, and occasionally run out to Forever Young in Irving. That's stuff around here where I live. But you know, sometimes it's something you want and they don't have it, and you can wait around until it shows up or not. Or, you know, if it's something that you want for your collection, you can go on Amazon and find it on vinyl or CD or whatever. And you know, it's not like I never buy anything new off Amazon, because I do. But a lot of times, most of the time, I go that used route and save substantial money on vinyl records and CDs. You know, a CD that's new and it's $15, you can get it for 4 or 5 used. I don't buy many CDs anymore, and just kind of, if they're something that I really want and it's just not on vinyl at all, or if it's on vinyl but it's incredibly well, like Chaos and Creation, the Paul McCartney album's on vinyl, but I've seen those, and those things go for like $200. So, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, books, vinyl, CDs, check out Amazon and check out the used and the new. And sometimes the new things that are third-party sellers are cheaper than the used prices, which doesn't make sense either. But if it's there and it's cheaper, who cares if you're getting it at a discount? So check that out. That would be my suggestion, etc. on that. Hope everyone has a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Sup?